All right, we are live, StrongIsland.com, my house show. I am LA. I got my man Culture Kid in the building.
Can I introduce myself?
Yo, man, I know I always introduce you, right? Go ahead. What up?
Yo, what up? This Culture Kid, and you're checking out my house show on StrongIsland.com. That's what it is.
So you want to say your house show. I get it.
What up, everybody? Thanks for tuning in.
Yeah, no doubt. Culture Kid, we got a special guest DJ in the building tonight.
Yes, we do. Yes.
My man DJ Theo is in the building.
Say word. Where you at?
What's up, man? Turn on. Hit
there
that
he
mic.
is.
There's a switch on top. Just say hello.
Hello.
What up, Theo?
He's shy. All right, but we are going to talk to Theo after his set. So
okay.
We don't want to put too much pressure on him. He's just going to get into the music, and then we'll talk to him afterwards. But
definitely.
How was the weekend? Good, man?
Weekend was good. We had the little Matter production team party up at Hang Time.
That's right.
Gonzalez last night. That was jumping. DJ Bango was spinning, and he ripped it. Like, he did a good job, and the whole crowd was just vibing the whole night.
Bango definitely killed it.
Yeah, he killed it.
Let me ask you a question. I know all the dances. You guys all got your backpacks, man. What do you got in those backpacks?
Extra clothing.
Extra clothing?
Yeah.
I got you. So when you're at the end of the night, you're all sweated up. You can just throw on something fresh.
Exactly.
No doubt.
Exactly. We don't leave there with our sweaty clothes on. We change into fresh clothes, fresh underwear, socks. You know, that's a real dancer. When we go out, that's what we do. And we have snacks in there too, in our bag, and flyers.
I gotcha.
Other things.
All right, so man, let's do this, man. I think Theo's ready. Theo, you ready? He's ready.
All right.
All right, so got a lot of people waiting. Let's get it in.
Okay.
DJ Theo.
All right.
My house show. StrongIsland.com. Let's do this.
All right.
Hey, yo. Well, what do you know? Hey, yo. Well, what do you know? Hey, yo, roll no flip, and roll no backward, but go to no check. We flow can't rap, roll no flip, and roll no backward, but go to no check.
Yeah, you vibing out right now to DJ Theo on StrongIsland.com. My house show, baby.
It's going to be a fine night tonight. La 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 la. It's going to be a fine night tonight. La 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 la. It's a fine day. People open windows, they leave their houses just for a short while. It's a fine day. People open windows, they leave their houses just for a short while. It's going to be a fine night tonight. It's going to be a fine day tomorrow. It's going to be a fine night tonight. It's going to be a fine day tomorrow. La 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 lee, la 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 la. It's a fine day. People open windows, they leave their houses just for a short while. It's going to be a fine night tonight. It's going to be a fine day tomorrow. It's going to be a fine night tonight. It's going to be a fine day tomorrow. La 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 lee, la la la. La 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 la. It's a fine day. It's going to be a fine night tonight. It's going to be a fine day tomorrow. It's going to be a fine night tonight. It's going to be a fine day tomorrow. La 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 lee, la 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 la
Jump, jump, a little higher. 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 A little higher, 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 a little higher.
to you. Right back 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 to you. From the pain, I keep running away from the pain. 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 I keep running away from the pain.
Yeah, this is Culture Kid. And right now I'm vibing out to DJ Theo on StrongIsland.com. You are listening to DJ Theo on StrongIsland.com.
No doubt, DJ Theo, killing it, StrongIsland.com, my house show. Shout out to all the viewers, everybody in the chat room. Stay tuned, man, we're going to talk with Theo. Shout out to Kat Solana, AC Random, Andrew Mallory, DJ Frenzy, Culture Kid, myself. My house show, StrongIsland.com.
need someone. I need some. I 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 need someone. I need some. Let me tell you something. I really need you back. Come and get it right now before it's too late. Let me tell you something. I really need you back. Come and get it right now before it's too late.
Theo killing it. Shout out to Club Glass. I see you. Doubt. Theo killed it.
Woo.
Absolutely killed it.
Wow.
What do you think, Culture Kid?
Yo, he definitely killed it.
Nice, right? Yeah, man.
Theo. Just meeting him, but yo, he did his thing.
Yeah, man, he did. You're getting a lot of love in the chat room.
A lot of love in the chat room, for real.
So we are going to bring Theo around here, and
yeah,
we're going to talk to him for a couple minutes while AC gets ready for his set.
Excellent, excellent. No, you know what? You're going to sit right here because I got to get up for a minute.
Take this chair with you. No, that's all right. He's got some business to take care of.
Nice officially on the radio.
Now, get up in that microphone.
Yeah, there we go. Like that?
Our cameras are right there, so...
very nice.
But, yeah, man, you killed it. Like, outstanding, man. Really.
Tried.
Just the selection of the music. You know what? I was thinking you were going to go, because you could get really hard at times.
At times.
But, like, that was like, man, that was perfect. Like, I enjoyed that so much.
There was a theme to that.
Okay.
Since we're on Strong Island, those were all Strong Island artists and records. Nobody by anybody other than from Long Island.
Wow.
So that was stuff either that I've done, my boys have done from Queens or Nassau, and that girl on one of the vocals who lives right down the road in Massapequa. Her mom has a house right on the water. So it was a Strong Island themed set.
Yo, I
try to follow the theme.
You know, you were always very smart. You know, you're like we haven't seen each other for a while.
Yes.
You know, and I was talking to Tom LaRock. I hit him up, and I'm like, yo, because I was just getting on Facebook just a couple years ago. I was the late, Facebook.
That's right, late bloomer.
You know, so whatever. But
LA's been in forever though.
And all of a sudden, I'm like, Theo is like a superstar.
I don't know about that.
Well, you know what? It looks like you're a superstar.
I just try and hustle a lot. You know how it is. This business is a lot of hustling.
And we were talking about that, like, you know, how promotion and you really gotta invest into yourself.
Definitely. I think a lot of people get the investing in themselves. I guess the one thing that I think that people miss is it seems like people try and jump to the promotional branding part, yet I don't know, and I think we talked about this a little bit, but they don't even know who they are as a brand. So an example is like, I'll know a girl or a guy, DJ, it doesn't really matter, and the first thing they ask me is, I need a logo, I need a thing, I need a photo shoot. And I said, okay, well, where have you been a resident? Like, where have you proved that you earned to DJ in front of people? Yeah. Like, because there's one thing about this whole business, and you know this, is it's really easy to have like an hour set or a guest spot and all that stuff and just play the hits or whatever room you're in. And that isn't even that easy all the time. But my point is that it's tough to be a resident somewhere. I don't care if you're a resident at a bar. I don't care if you're a resident at a little tiny lounge. Those are tough jobs, and that really teaches you a lot how to DJ and understand the art of requests and how to play records and how to get through records.
And you have to be doing that. You know, you have to be.
I think
listen, if you're in this game seriously, you have to have steady work. You have to be, even if it is a bar or a bar with a dance floor or a club, whatever it is, you got to be doing it every week. You know, and that's
the big guys know that. Like if you go to the city and you want to work for Rob Fernandez, who runs Pacha, all the Governor's Island. I mean, you need to tell someone like that, hey, I want to work for you at Pacha. Okay, well, what have you been doing? You can't say you've been in your, room spinning, because we've all done that, but that's great. But where have you? So that's why sometimes you have to invest in yourself. In other words, find the room, go to a place, buy drinks, learn the manager, all that kind of thing to work yourself into something in order to get that opportunity. And I don't mean we gotta curse.
Yeah, you can curse.
Yeah, no, I mean, but like, I don't say, I would never whore yourself out. Don't DJ for free and that kind of thing. I mean, just find a way to, there's always ways to work somewhere where you show you're worth a little bit more than being free. Because free just ruins the industry and ruins the DJ.
Music is devalued. It's enough, and now you're going to devaluize the art of DJing too. But yeah, I agree 100%. I get hit up by a lot of people who want to DJ on the show, and I'm like, okay, so where do you do your thing? Like what do you do? Where are you all the time? And a lot of them can't say that they're anywhere. So I tell them, I'm like, yo, you got to be doing your thing. I need to see that you're out there, you're working,
or at least trying though.
Yeah.
You could be somewhere that might not be like, you might want to be at a major club, but don't anybody ever fool you. There's nothing wrong with working somewhere small. Exactly. I remember Armand Van Helden once was telling me that he went into a room, and as soon as he got into the room, the kids started DJing differently. And he said, and he saw him afterwards, and he's like, yo, you were doing your thing. You don't have to go in there and play a bunch of my records and stuff. Like, you were playing Montel Jordan, whatever you were doing, DJ.
Because he was being himself, and all of a sudden...
And he was saying he was rocking the dance floor. It didn't matter, like, what you play. It's more about... If you want to be a DJ, if you want to be an artist, which is another whole thing, you want to be Deadmau5, you want to be Paul Van Dyke, you name it, you want to be Richie Houghton, whatever, and you want to make your own music, and you want to go out and spin your own music, that's another thing. And when you are as a DJ, too, if you want to spin that way, you have to earn that type of reputation, which is not easy. It's not just always a guest spot at your local spot.
You're right,
so it's a lot of work. I mean,
so when did you go from just busting your ass, trying to get in
still
wherever you can? No, I know you are, because I see how busy you are. But just like. When did you feel that?
I would say
that first break.
Okay, I first had a weekly residency, and you might even remember this. Back in like '94, I was at a bar where I went from I didn't like mobile stuff. I did all that stuff, and I finally got a weekly gig. So that was for that type of stuff at a bar kind of place where there was a dance floor, and that started me like working as a DJ. Now through that time, I was in college. I graduated from Stony Brook. I was actually out in Brooklyn College, and I went back to Stony Brook. I was away in Rhode Island. I used to go to school up there. But the point is, during that whole time, I was still going to school and still DJing. And then I kind of got involved with the radio station a little bit, where I was at all the hot spots where like BLI was, and Vic Latino and them ended up branching off and starting Party 105. And he asked me if I would go on every day and do the 5 o'clock show with him, or once a week. I think it was Thursdays. Okay. And then it led to, they wanted me to do every week, then led to me getting involved with Nick's show.
So the radio triggered the whole thing, and that's commercial radio.
Yeah, radio. I guess it is radio triggered me being listened to by more people. Yet the DJing, I always had steady gigs. So I was, the thing is like, let's say before I got on the radio, I was at Neptune. Before I was on the radio, I was in the Planet Dublins, all those things. And the radio, I guess, helped a little bit, but then there was a point where you could only play so much on the radio, especially with underground stuff. You know what I mean? You know that.
Gotcha.
And then you get caught up where then you really don't want to be on the radio anymore, because then you have to play hits. And I think that's one thing people don't always get on the radio. You have to kind of play.
Gotcha.
Sometimes.
Yeah, you're forced to kind of like.
Yeah, and then you won't get certain type of gigs if you're playing that kind of stuff, which is always a problem for. Well, it used to be a problem. It's funny now. I used to get made fun of because I played vocals all the time. All the guys around here, you know,
Played just the tracks.
just tribal and underground, and like they would never want to play any vocals, even if it was a tribalish type of vocal. So, but now, you know, look at Swedish House Mafia pulls out Madison Square Garden, they play vocals.
There you go.
A little dollar late, a dollar short. Or
Yo, man, you know, you need vocals. You gotta,
I think
you gotta
everything
have
is a
them. I mean,
spice
you
of
know,
life.
it's like, you know, it's a contrast, you know, so gotta have those good songwriters too. You know, there's not as many good songwriters as there were in the past.
I agree.
You know,
I think hooks and stuff like that aren't easy. I don't think. I mean, one thing again, like with copying too, don't listen. Like, you know, go to school, get your English degree, like read literature. You know, learn about stuff. If you want to be the best, you know, the best have done that. You know what I mean? So you know, it's good to practice your art. You know, go to school, do everything. I mean, you can still DJ and produce the whole time. You know?
Absolutely.
Nothing wrong with that.
All right. So, but musically, like, are you making some?
Yeah, no, I've been doing. I played a bunch of stuff tonight. I mean, I've been doing stuff myself. I've been concentrating more on trying to get album stuff together. At the same time, I have a partnership. I have another side project with Gabe Ramos. We've been doing stuff, and we've been working on a whole label together, and that's another whole endeavor in itself. So, just a lot of work.
Yeah, but I would love to, you know, because I'm doing some good songs, like full-blown songs, and I know you're a fan of, you know, songs. So I would love to maybe one day
we have to
pick
grab
something
something.
out.
Yeah, I heard some of yours too. You have some really nice stuff.
So that would be cool, man. But
You've been writing a long time, LA, right?
Yeah, I've been doing it a while. You know, we've been doing it a while. You know?
I mean, a lot of people don't know. We used to do hip hop and stuff together.
Yeah.
You know, so I mean, like that's you know, I just kind of lost that hip hop bug a long time ago. It was just got a little weird for me.
I hear you. I've always
no,
been
I just
a little
thought like you
versatile.
grow up in that golden age. I think you know it wasn't back then. That wasn't old school. That was to me that golden age of stuff. You know, and a lot of guys around the way, Public Enemy, and then Leaders of New School, and De La Soul, Tribe Called Quest, P Rock and CL Smooth, all those guys, and we, you know, you know it. I mean, we hung out with those guys. It was they were nice. There was no real beef.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Things just got a little weird.
Yeah.
The message got the narrative got weird.
I
To
know,
me, there was a narrative. There was a story. I love the hooks and I love popping bottles and all that stuff. I'll be the first one to want to book a table, but it gets kind of a little tired of that.
There's
you know,
a lot of screaming and not as much melody in the lyrics. So
way
it's just
too
not
many
the same.
hooks.
I hear you. But they say the that '90s era is coming back.
I heard it. Everybody I
We'll
know
see.
traveling with DJ Ev with EPMD traveling around. He says people are asking them, when are you gonna make another? So what you're saying? When are you gonna make another head? And it's happening. I
Yeah,
do
it
think
is.
you know
It's
it's
gonna
not just you're starting to hear it a little bit. I
Yeah,
think.
you know,
I
music
thought
is.
Kanye's new album had a couple records that reminded me of a little bit of that era. I don't know if you listened to that album.
And they say Nas.
Yeah, there was a couple records on there. I'm like, yo, okay, I could see some connection.
Nas's new album is very reminiscent
yeah.
of when he started also.
That's real hip hop as opposed to fake hip hop.
Well, I just think it becomes like a cliche type of metaphor, hip hop, and too hooky. You know what I mean? Like Swizz Beatz was a person that, like, you might not remember, but Swizz Beatz started doing like, and we're gonna get into hip hop.
Was he Swiss?
But it was dun 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 dun. I sing on the melody, dun 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 dun. You know, so it caught on quick, like singing on the melody and following that rhythm, which is totally fine.
Yeah,
but then it got hooky. Timbaland was doing it. Everybody was doing it. So it was very, you know, you weren't like rhyming over that. You would get caught up in the hook and the hook.
I call those nursery rhymes.
Yeah. But I mean that's pop.
senseless
It's
songs.
what pop music does. It's nothing bad.
Like,
I mean, they were trying to take hip hop to the next level. And how many years did hip hop not get that respect? So I understand that. At the same time, I feel like a lot was missing. Like, where were all the college groups when that was going on? It's almost like everybody was like, I don't want to write about anything, or I'm not influenced by Tribe anymore, or Pete Rock and CL Smooth, or Main Source.
That's real hip hop. Yeah. I mean, that's when hip hop was real.
Yeah.
It's just like saying when you hear music like back in the day, those guys did that shit on one take, nobody speaking in a booth, you know, like real instruments, and then you know, today it's just like you could say whatever you want and just bleep the person out, like, you know.
No, you're right, but like if you even look at like
substance.
Yeah, I mean, like look at Puffy's album when he came out with his album. People made fun of that album, but there was a record on there like Young G's with Jay-Z and Biggie that was somewhat legitimate. You know what I mean? Like you still would fill at least something in there that was somewhat reminiscent of the past, which I don't see anybody making any effort on an album of making that. That's the one thing that's a little sad. It's just there's not even, I don't know, that message of rhymes and what I'm doing.
Well, how many albums have you heard recently that you could hear every single song back to back, like an Outkast, a Gemini album, or
I agree, but can you do that? Okay, now let's go across the board. Where can you do that with alternative? Where can you do that with rock?
I mean, Nirvana,
Yeah, but
that's
he
what I'm saying.
died 15 years ago.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, why isn't
Today?
it like that another thing? There are some groups. I mean, Radiohead's.
Yeah, Radiohead,
Killers,
ridiculous,
but
Killers.
we can count them.
Yeah.
How about this? Where's rock and roll?
That-
Why isn't there any more Creedence Clearwater Revival, Doobie Brothers, Led Zeppelin, Pink Floyd,
Yeah.
Who?
Real music.
I mean, I can keep going on and on. Where are those groups? Where are the Allman Brothers? I mean, I'm just saying, like, where is rock and roll? I don't even get that. Like, I just don't see a lot of that. Now, is it the A&Rs? There's no more A&R departments. We'll go up to the labels we all knew. All the guys got fired. It's pencil pushers, accountants running those A&R departments.
It's nursery rhymes. It's the
it's
songs
like
with no substance.
People are trying to sign people to immediately have a hit, and that's not how you make
Music,
longevity.
yeah.
U2 was a group that was going to get bounced after their third album. You know what I mean? Island held on. Bob Marley was floating around forever until, what's his name got into that fight with them. They would have never signed Bob Marley. So, I mean, like, there's so many. So, Counting Crows, Dave Matthews sold 45,000 albums before they even got picked up by RCA Records. I mean, I could go on. Counting Crows guy was, 38 before he got picked up. There's a lot of stories of guys, and I just don't even hear that anymore. So maybe it's the label, and maybe there's no A&R guys in there fighting for records.
Well,
and-
you know
There's a
what?
lot
At
going
one
on,
time, hip hop was, what it was. It was cool, and house music came and touched you. It took you away from that hip hop, gave you something else that was kind of positive, and that's why I think I listen to house music more than I listen to hip hop. But I got love for the hip hop. I just can't stand that bout it bullshit.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, well, let's not get
Bounce.
too deep
Yeah,
into
yeah.
this. But you know what? The whole music business in general is not the way it was. Real quick, when the major labels put out, for every 10 records that they put out, 9 of them will be total failures. And then one would make so much money, it would recoup the losses and then make money. But now, people can buy singles for 89, 99 cents. They don't have to buy the whole album. There's not as much money in the music. And the only way to make money is on the shows and the merchandising. And that's why labels are doing these 360 deals where they're getting a piece of everything and, basically for whatever term of the contract, owning the artist or whatever. And they push them and they know they're getting everything. But there's not enough money in music today. That's the problem.
What LA said in layman's terms is start your own business.
But even
Yeah.
then, you have to push yourself, which is a tough
You gotta
thing.
push
Like,
yourself.
I think people don't understand how much advertising
It's
is.
crazy.
and
It's
stuff
crazy.
like that.
Everybody wants to be a rapper. Everybody wants to be an artist. Everybody wants to be a producer. I mean, even everybody's a photographer. Everybody's a graphic artist. I mean, it's ridiculous. It's just technology,
It's just
man.
ridiculous.
It's technology.
It's
Well, you have to admit,
ridiculous.
vanity comes into that a little bit.
Because everybody wants to be a star,
everybody wants
man.
to be a
And
president, nobody
now
wants to be
people
a
can have the
worker.
opportunity. They can get their 15 minutes of fame, 5 minutes, whatever it is. They can make their YouTube video. Look at this Gangnam Style. You see that?
Gundam
shit?
style.
That shit is crazy.
Shout
man.
outs
If
to
there was no
Korea.
YouTube,
Shout outs to
that
my-
song would
my
have
Korean
never
people.
ever came over here.
Well, you know what's funny? I will say the Korean audience, embraced that. Like, did you see the Good Morning America? It was 95% Korean out there, which is great. I think that it's another element, another person. Like, I mean, I know there's a bad side of it, but then there's there's other audience. How about that?
Yeah.
The LMFAO got to Korea, you know what I mean? And those guys turned around, and then he made his thing. So it's like,
Like this analogy he
I
said.
got to give a little bit of,
LMFAO.
how about this? It was organic, right? No one thought LMFAO would be a major artist, right? They went to WMC. They were out clubbing everywhere. These crazy guys with afros. I remember they were there that year, and that was it. They it was Berry Gordy's son,
Berry Gordy's
but he
grandson.
still was influenced by Ultra,
Yeah.
Space After Hours, all
But there's
that,
nothing wrong with being Berry Gordy's grandson. You know what I'm
Yes,
saying?
I mean,
that does help.
helped get his album out a little bit, but they still put out a product that caught people's attention.
Absolutely, it's catchy. But listen, anyway, we would like to thank you for coming down, man.
thank you.
You
It was
blessed
very-
us with a beautiful set, and
It was very
it was
nice.
nice talking
and
to you.
I appreciate it. And everybody here is really, it's good you guys are hustling and
Well,
doing all this.
We're doing it,
helps
man.
a lot.
We'd love to have you back whenever.
Yeah.
you'd like
When
to.
I
It's just-
when I get all the label stuff done, maybe I'll bring my partner down and we'll do like a little duo, play some stuff. And,
That would be great.
you
That
know,
would be great.
do some hype out. And I brought some albums so you can give them away.
Oh, really? Could we see one? Could we get one on the camera? In the meantime, I want to shout out everybody in the chat room. We got Chenzo, we got Desia, DJ DJ Cell, Frankie C.
Oh, nice.
Sharky, Eriko, Ishirock, and a bunch of anonymouses. So we appreciate y'all
Shout
tuning
outs.
in.
That's
We got
nice.
AC Random coming up next, so that's what we're about to do.
And do you tell people
We
to
got-
send their demo to you or anything like that, or you just like to meet you out when you
Well,
do an
if we,
event?
like as far as artists getting interviewed, yeah, I'd like to see some type of demo. Give me a YouTube video. I like to have, if I'm going to have somebody on the show, I'd like to have them promoting something, like to buy something.
Yeah.
They, just not just pushing their mixtape, So, but yeah,
Yeah, you
you
should
got
get-
something.
You should get my mixtape.
well, even a
yeah.
single, if they have a single out or
Yeah,
something. They have a
anything.
single,
That's
Yeah.
talented people. So you just hit us up, radio at strongisland.com. We'll check you out and we get you on. We have 2-3 shows a night, so that we have 8-10 shows a week. So
That's
we can get
great.
you on whatever, vice versa. So
Shout outs to Voodoo Ray and Cynthia in the house.
yes, absolutely, man. The building's
All the way from
packed.
Australia, mate.
Nice.
Just got off the plane with Tony.
They bring some Fosters.
All right.
Big
So-
promotion going on.
All right. Is there anybody you'd like to shout out before we go? Are you going to be anywhere? Is there anything you're promoting?
Yeah, where? I'm going to be in the city next week at what club is that? Someplace on 54th, and then I'm doing a Halloween party when it gets to Thanksgiving time. We're doing the week before at Blue in Blue Point.
That shows you how busy he is.
Yeah.
So,
single out.
what's your Facebook fan page? Because
On
all
the
that
movie.
information's on there.
DJ-Theo.com.
DJ-Theo.com.
That's it.
Your
And
man
my
does some
Facebook, my
ill
Twitter.
flyers, man.
Oh, Chris Kenny, my boy.
Yeah.
We're actually doing it. Yo, okay, I got something good for all the DJs. I'm at the Patchogue Art Center. I know the guy there, but he asked me to do something. I came up with an idea. He wanted to do it on turntables. We're doing a whole symposium on turntables, spinning vinyl, bringing vinyl down there, and talking about the art of collecting vinyl and everything. So I'll tell you guys when that is. But it's going to be, I'm going to do one each month. I'm doing one with all kinds of music, another one with hip hop. I'm bringing Will Fulton
Okay.
out, Ev, and then also we're bringing an artist that's inspired by music that listens to music at vinyl and their paintings and everything. So it's a kind of it's something different.
All right, so keep us posted.
And Rebel
We'd
Music
like
Academy's
to,
gonna bring
yeah,
us
we'll let
out,
everybody
so, yeah,
know.
be good.
All right, so cool. Thank you very much. And by the way, you killed it, Aura, Saturday night, man.
Oh, I saw
Yeah, you
all
look
those
good when
girls.
you-
What are you doing in the back?
We're talking about you, man.
yeah.
We're
What are you
talking
doing with
about
those
Bottle.
girls, LA?
Crazy.
Yo,
How many girls did
I
he
saw
have?
his Instagram late night pics.
Yeah, I did have a beautiful girl by my side.
I have my
will-
microphone
Nice.
with me. You want to sing in my microphone?
But listen, you look good, man. You had some type of little tuxedo shirt, your glasses, like the most intellectual DJ I've ever seen.
it was just
like smart, like you were like just very smart DJ, which you don't really get from many DJs.
Nah, we had a fun night.
But-
It was fun. It was good you made it out there.
All right,
Thank
cool.
you for
Thank you
coming
very
out.
much, man.
And thank
We
you again.
appreciate it.
Thanks everybody. StrongIslandRecords.com.
.com.
Is he still on records?
Yo,
right?
Ishi said he's playing next week.
Yeah.
All right, no doubt, man. Thank you very
Thank you, man.
much.
Thanks, guys.
Let's get into it. AC Random, man. You ready?
Yeah. I'm as
All right,
ready as
cool.
ready as gonna be.
Let's do it. We'll work a little overtime tonight. All right, my house show, strongisland.com, AC Random.